So we discussed about what is Renaissance, what were the causes, why Italy was a place of birth of Renaissance, and now we're going to be talking about the characteristics of Renaissance. Okay, so what were the characteristic of Renaissance? So it was basically it basically promoted logical, rational thinking. Okay, so what happened that the Renaissance redeemed people from grip of medieval religious and conventions and promoted logical, rational thinking. In the beginning of this epoch, Aristotle's logic left a deep influence on people's mind. The universities of Paris, Oxford, Cambridge, these also furthered the cause of logical thinking, resolved to accept only those facts which were confirmed to be logical standards. In this age, the spirit of empiricism, that is relying on experiments for validity of thoughts, were encouraged. Okay, so Roger Bacon was forerunner of empiricism. On the strength of experiment, Galileo, he proved that the Copernicus's principle was irrefutable. Okay, and then one of the other characteristic, first was that it upsurged logical, rational thinking. Second was humanism. Third was the adoration of natural beauty. So what is humanism? It is basically, it takes interest in human life. It shows respect to human being, to accept the importance of human life, and make like, for example, in the present time, human is the center of universe. Okay, so everything is according to humans. Okay, so in Renaissance, humans became the center of life. So humanism is basically taking interest in human life. Okay, so rather being spiritual, they started emphasizing on temporal outlook. Okay, which is called humanism. It denoted the extinction of blinding force of religion on human thoughts and activities. The supporters of humanism, they were called humanists. Okay, so the humanism maintained the good life and culmination of happiness lay in the welfare of people and not serving the god or demonstrating military valor. Okay, so this is basically humanism. Okay, third was the characteristic of Renaissance was adoration of natural beauty. So this adoration was free from physical and mental pressure. The impact of humanism on art may be observed in terms of precise and surrealistic expression. In Italian artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Cellini, Albert Cellini, and others were so much fascinated by the possibilities of translating scientific norms in art that they produced a vast literature on this topic. And Leonardo states a good artist had the line two important things: man and his emotions. Okay, so they started adoring natural beauties, the paintings that you can see that is the evidence of this uh, characteristics. Okay, so what were the controversies related to Renaissance? So first thing first thing was that the modern thinkers, they said that the word humanism, more or less, it was excessively used in connection with the Renaissance. Then it reeks of Christian humanism in its form and nature, and no longer remains secular humanism. So basically, it said that it was more of Christian humanism than humanism. Okay, so everywhere saves a few places in Italy, the spirit of humanism had wedded itself to religion before leaving any impression upon changed medieval society. The spirit of humanism was defined in court painting in Naples, Montova, Milan, etc. But in Rome, the spirit of humanism was inspired by the ancient relics, and it supported the ancient grandeur. In Venice, it was restricted to some chosen people and scholars who had great inclination towards the study of Greek. Humanism in Florence flourished in spontaneous and graceful form. The second, it was saying that it was more of a Christian humanism, like on the principle of Christianity according to the Bible. Okay, it was saying that according to Bible, this is humanism. Okay, so those characteristics were being more, more than being humanism. Okay, so this was the controversy. Okay, this wasn't, I don't know if it was real. And then second was that the centralization of power of states. Second was the centralization of power of states. It is held that the Renaissance period played a decisive role in centralization of power of states. As a matter of fact, the concept of supremacy of state is not related directly to Renaissance. We know that the most extensive root of Renaissance lay in Italy, a country which did not maintain a vestige of political centralization. Therefore, it is hardly tenable that the cultured inclination had transformed into aforesaid political development. Generally, we think that, yeah, it was the. So, one of the controversies was that it became the center of power. It was the supreme. The concept was given that the supremacy of state. So it is saying that the Italy was supreme state and all the power was centralized in it. But this is not true, as we said that the it is from this statement. Therefore, it is hardly tenable that the cultural inclination had transformed into previously said political development. Okay, because it did not maintain a vestige of political centralization. Okay, then third was the relation between material prosperity and cultural development. Okay, so it is widely known that the Europe Renaissance are remarkable movement in material life. Um, See what happened, that the prosperity, first of all, it came because of capitalist industries in Italy. Okay, they appeared noble and accomplished artistic things, fine and grand style in literature, manifests magnificent forts and churches. It is not wholly indisputable that if money economy had not frustrated that if money economy had not frustrated and shattered the feudal system, if autocratic rule had not ruined the freedom of city-state of North Italy, it unqualified success of European commercial activities had not created a strong bourgeois class. The tradition of Renaissance might have not emerged by the 16th, 17th century. Some noted historians are of opinion that the Renaissance does not indicate the transition of life from ordinary status to modern prosperity. So it is basically saying because of the material prosperity, the cultural development took place. But also there are some historians who oppose this. They say that the ordinary status did not transform into modern prosperity. Okay. Then the fourth controversy was that in Europe, the time of Renaissance, generally computed from the date of conquest of Constantinople by the Turk in 1453. Because of this conquest, the Greek scholars as refuge, they brought them with them the abundant and invaluable Greek literature of which Europe was ignorant. Okay, but this view is refuted now, which means false. We have it on record that in 1409, Guarino da Verona, he bought 50 Greek and Latin manuscripts with him, which he returned to Italy. When he returned to Italy, Giovanni Arispa brought with him 200 selected manuscripts on his return to Italy. Besides, a humanist academy had been established in Italy 15 years before Turkish attack on Constantinople. The Italy was introduced to Greek literature before 1453, and rest of the things we will be covering in the next video, because it is apparently getting very big. So yeah, I make a lot of efforts in making these videos, so please do subscribe my channel and like my video and share it as much as you can.